Them pick him up. Them lick him down. Him bounce right back. What a hard man for dead. Comrades in Black River, help me to welcome the one general in the dance, the next agriculture minister and member of parliament for Eastern Westmoreland, General Secretary, Comrade Dr. Dayton Campbell.
Current leader and ex-Prime Minister of Jamaica, Mr. Mark Jefferson Golden. To all of the Blood and Fire comrades on the platform and the Blood and Fire comrades in the audience, greetings. We are in the middle of a campaign that the Prime Minister says is a battle for the minds of the people of Jamaica. And in this battle for the minds of the people of Jamaica, we have a Prime Minister that is seeking to deceive the people of Jamaica. And I have assigned myself to correct every false piece of information that he puts into the public space. I heard him recently, and the Prime Minister says that some people are drunk on power. I want to know who is drunk on power. Because there is a Prime Minister that has said to this country, he does not need any opposition. That sounds to me like somebody who's drunk on power. There is a Prime Minister who in 2020, in the middle of COVID, called an election 6 months early because he had an advantage. Now we are down to the wire, and he has his Minister of Constitution and Legal Affairs talking about December. Call the election now if you are not drunk on power. And I want the Prime Minister from down a Black River. 5 years expire on September 3, and we now go 1 day per September 3 because we're ready for vote right now. And if you are not drunk on power, sir, you will call the election. Why are you running? Why are you hiding? You can run, Mr. Prime Minister, but anywhere you run go, you are going to get a beating. You must get a beating. You have to get a beating.
I can't stand this no longer. The wicked get stronger. I can't stand this no longer, cause the battle is getting hotter. But them have to get a beating. The wicked have to get a beating. Yeah.
East. No. Me is a youth who grew up in a church, you know. I know for respect and show reverence to God Almighty. I don't claim to be perfect. I make mistakes at times, but me is a youth who know to pay reverence to a true and living God. I hear them keep gospel concert, and the biggest flaw what them get is when them tap the mic and play a lewd busy signal song. And I want to say to them tonight, let me take you into some real scriptures. Do not deceive Labour Party, for God is not mocked whatsoever amongst it. That also shall he reap. The Prime Minister of Jamaica that is saying he's not in a race to the bottom, has his MPs and his mayors and his supporters tearing down billboard left, right and center, and he has not called on them to stop tearing down the poster boards. When he went to Montego Bay, the Prime Minister went on stage with the mayor of Montego Bay and was up there giving tacit approval. Hear him, Mr. Mayor, I see you taking down billboards. We had to go to court for the court to tell them to leave the posters alone. And he now says that he's not in a race to the bottom and he wants to have a clean campaign. The Prime Minister that changed the law to literally neuter the office of the political ombudsman, so we are now in a contest without a referee to safeguard and protect the democratic process, is saying he's not in a race to the bottom. I realize that it seems as if some are afraid to call him out on his hypocrisy. The same man, this same individual, is the one who has members in his party saying they will not surrender Jamaica to the People's National Party. I want to tell Brother Desmond something. Nobody surrenders from a position of advantage. When you surrender is when you're under beating. So the mere fact that you considering surrendering says that you know that when the election call, you are going to get a beating. This Prime Minister says that he is the standard bearer for Jamaica. That he is setting the standards in Jamaica. The Prime Minister, his political career was born in sin and shaped in iniquity. This man that says that he is setting the standards in Jamaica is the same man that the Gleaner wrote an headline. Prime Minister Holness has not explained movement of millions of dollars among connected companies. That is the man that said he must set standards in a Jamaica. They wrote another headline. Holness income and assets for 2021 not yet certified, says the Integrity Commission. They wrote another headline. Holness fixed use of charity funds to buy personal assets after Integrity Commission raised questions. This is the man that now say he must set standards. It never done there, so. Company linked to PM Holness files zero tax return, yet loan of $20 million given. It never done there, so. Him decide to carry Integrity Commission, go court, go force them to sign him declaration. Headline, court refuses to compel Integrity Commission to approve PM financials. The issues that the Labour Party said them have with Mark Golding are issues about the color of his skin, even though our motto says out of many, we are one. The issues that they have with Mark Golding is that they make up a lie, saying they're born here, and them know saying born right here, so in a Jamaica, up a UC hospital.
Choice.
The issues that we are having with wholeness are much more fundamental issues to the future of our country. And so, comrades, I want to introduce to you our leader, our next Prime Minister. And I'm going to take a minute and just describe the man to you. Few years ago in Jamaica, they were arresting people for the possession of small quantities of marijuana, ganja, herb. Even if it's one spliff, a spliff tail. There was a parliamentarian that stood up and said, no more, this can't go on. And that came after the police arrested Mario Dean and they beat him in the jail cell and killed him. Mark Jefferson Golding, as Minister of Justice, piloted legislation in the Parliament to decriminalize the personal use of marijuana. Hold on. All of these young men that police used to draw, haul and pull, and them used to get criminal record, understand that what used to go on can't go on no more because Mark Jefferson Golding decriminalized that. I am talking to you about a social justice champion. When we talk about electing a leader, we want somebody that can go to the parliament, can read the legislation that come to the parliament and ensure that the legislation that is approved is something that will not be oppressive to the people of this country, won't take away your rights. Mark Golding, when he was Minister of Justice, with Portia Simpson Miller as Prime Minister, he passed over 120 pieces of legislation in 4.5 years. Ask any one of them. Ask any one of them. And they will tell you when the camera turn off that the best legislator in the parliament is Mark Jefferson Golding. Just recently, they brought a bill there to tax the poor people who set up a local Airbnb to make money out of the tourism industry. It was Mark Golding that stood up and defended the rights of the working poor of this country and had to remove the bill. I'm talking to you about a legislator extraordinaire. Few years ago, bombs were dropping in Ukraine. War started between Ukraine and Russia. We had some students in Ukraine. They reached out and they asked for help to come back home to their families. The government, with Mr. Uncertified, decided that they were going to offer loans to the students. It took a caring, compassionate human being like Mark Golding to go in his personal account, take out the money and send it to the students to bring them back home safely to their families. I am talking to you about a caring leader. Few years ago, the Prime Minister went to Parliament and said that people, gangs, criminals were selling lands over in Portmore and building houses and that he can't go on and he might go over there, go demolish it. The Prime Minister sent people go over there, go take bulldozer and lick down the poor people's house. After that, some people up in Lloydersville that got land from Michael Manley time, they decided that they were going to throw them off the land. It took Mark Golding to get a lawyer to get injunction against this government so they can't throw poor people off the land. I am talking to you about a man for the people. 36 years ago, Mark Golding, having gone into the inner city, Augustown, found himself a Nubian goddess, a black empress, and he made that woman into his wife. Never since has his name been called on anything other than Sandra Golding. I am talking to you about a committed family man in Mark Golding. And so when I hear them out there talking about this and talking about that, Mark Golding don't even drink, so make them steer the run off their mouth, because there are some that are attracted for the love of power. Mark Golding is attracted by the power of love. Make welcome Black River, the next Prime Minister of Jamaica, the President of the People's National Party, Mark Golding.